Welcome to Classic Play Episode 3. This is for first quarter 2013. I am Editor-in-Chief Lyndsey Hicks of Gaming Insurrection. And for this quarter, we are looking at Crazy Taxi. It is one of my favorite games for the Sega Dreamcast. I also played it a little bit in the arcade, but mostly for the Sega Dreamcast. So we're going to run through the original map that was made especially for the Dreamcast. The game has the arcade mode, original, crazy box, options, records, save and load, and then exit, so you go back to the main menu. But the arcade and original maps are the most prevalent things for the Sega Dreamcast version of Crazy Taxi. So we're going to do that one, and we're going to start up our video now. So I'm doing original, and I'm going to work for 10 minutes. Now, in this mode, you don't play by arcade rules. There's a separate mode for that. So I'm on the character select screen, and I'm going to pick Gina. She's my favorite. She has apparently a really light car, and it's really hard to get anything going with head-ons. So I'm picking up my first customer, and they want to go to the original Levi's shop. Now, generally in original mode, this is the first person that I will pick up. It is the first person I come through. So I just hit a car, and it was horrible. And that displays her head-on collision problems. So the goal here is to get as much money as possible. So I'm going to do a crazy drift, and I did. And I got a speedy. Now, the key here is my key, and I've said this in our tips, and I'm picking up somebody who's going to the used car shop. This is generally, by the way, the route that I take immediately when I first start playing in original. The thing about this is you need to set a goal for how much money you want to make immediately. And here, if you can see it, I'm doing the crazy drift, and I got stuck. And there's a bunch of clipping problems in the game, but graphics-wise. But I'm going to pick up this green stop, and she wants to go to the south parking station. Now, there's three important things going on here. One, the arrow's going to tell you you're going the wrong way, which is not true. If you have memorized this, you're going to know that it's the right, you're going to know which way to go, basically. And I knew to just go straight ahead and go. And I'm still going to get a speedy for this, but I knew which way to go. So I just ignore the announcer. 2, the south parking station is what I like to call a cash cow route. When you go down here past the big hills where you started out at, this is what I consider a cash cow route. And by cash cow, I mean you can make tons of dollars off this one route. As you can see in this video, I'm up to 600 and something when I got here, and now I'm doing the trick where you hang on the walls, and you can exploit that to get one time at least, and get at least like $1,000. And that's my whole thing, is that you need to set a goal for your money. Make sure that you set a goal. If you set a goal, then you're okay. Here I'm taking this guy to the subway, and again, I know where I'm going, so I know to go this way, and it's the fastest way for me. The arrow doesn't necessarily tell you the fastest way, it tells you the longest way to get there most of the time. That's how I got a speedy. The game wasn't expecting me to get that. It wasn't expecting me to know that and get that. So Marine Plaza in the original map is also someplace you're going to want to go a lot. There's a lot of fairs there, and it's kind of a hub for the other part of the city. Much like the arcade, in the arcade mode, the freeway is the hub. So but what I was saying about the getting the fairs and stuff, you want to you want to set a goal, and my goal is usually $1,000 per minute, like straight up $1,000 for every 2 fairs, basically, per minute, so that by the time, if I play in 10 minutes, I should have $10,000 at the end of 10 minutes, which nets me automatically an awesome license. So I think my greatest score is probably and I've said this, it's in our tips somewhere, it's 37,000. And that's without using any cheat codes, without cheating or anything. So, because I've used cheat codes to go around and look at the map and learn the map, like learn where things are, and then go back and play. And I'd already gotten a crazy license by the time I decided to use like cheat codes and stuff. So now I'm just driving around and I'm taking people back and forth. And here I just executed I did a crazy jump, a really good crazy jump, and then I immediately did a crazy dash when I hit the ground so that I didn't lose any time or traction. This one fare right here that I'm stopping to pick up here at the landing pier, she's going to want to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, generally, that fare wants to go to Wave and Beach. Much like, apparently I got a different set of programming here for this particular round because that fare that wanted to go to the South Parking Station generally doesn't want to go there. She wants to go to like Square Bank, which is in downtown. And it starts you off with a kind of like being in the downtown area, which you do not want to do. You don't want to be there. So try to avoid that area as much as possible, but I noticed that fare was different this time around. So, as you can see, I'm going back now to the original Levi's shop. And there's generally some green fares hanging around in this area. As a matter of fact, there's generally a green fare up at the top of that hill of the original Levi's shop. So, you need to learn and think about where the green fares are in the game, especially. So now I'm off to the lighthouse. Now the lighthouse is important because you're going to come out here at least once. Marine Plaza, Lighthouse, and the landing pier are all in the same area. So you're going to come out to those three locations pretty often. So I'm on my way to the lighthouse now, and I landed in my car. That's hilarious. So, and you can easily tell if you're meeting that goal of $1,000 a minute, because if you see my time, I'm at 4 minutes, roughly 25 seconds or so, and I have $6,425 left. So I have earned $6,425.63. So I'm well over the $1,000 a minute goal for myself. So, and I'm getting better. I've noticed I'm getting better as I go along here. I've also turned down my traffic, because you can do that in the menu, but I've turned down my traffic so that I can get more crazy throughs. That's my strength, is crazy throughs, and I drive into oncoming traffic. It's much easier, I learned, to do that. So here I am, I'm at the museum. The Marine Museum is a pain in the ass, okay? Let's just be honest. It's a pain in the ass. And this is also, when I pick up this fare to go to the Big Hills Park, it's also partly a cash cow route. You can kind of sort of do it here, too. But notice I'm aiming for crazy throughs here to increase my combo, because when I get down there, I want to have a good amount of money built up. Now, I've been told, and I noticed this is true now that I'm watching this, many years ago I was told that the key to doing crazy throughs was to get, to drive as close as possible, and the closer you drive to people, the more money you get. Also, this lady I've just dropped off, and I picked up this lady at Wave and Beach who wants to go to Wave and Beach. Wave and Beach is important because this is the thing where the map will tell you to go. There's multiple ways to get to Wave and Beach from the Big Hills Park, and it's easier if you just drive straight down, back past the museum. But the thing about crazy throughs is they multiply. So you'll start picking up, like now I'm doing this and I'm at like 19 seconds left for this lady. Well, I'm starting to get $9 and $10 per crazy through. And then adding on the crazy drift, I picked up $22. Like, yeah. That was my first normal of the game. Normal rating for dropping off someone. So, here I executed, I'm backing up into traffic. Normally I don't advise you backing up into traffic just do a crazy turn, which you have to press, I think it's the drive and reverse at the same time, and a direction on the direction pad, and it will turn you around fast. It will make you turn around really fast. Faster than backing up, hitting reverse, backing up, and then hitting drive and turning around. Like, that's far easier to do. So, I really like this. I really like how I did this. I got another normal, which is unusual for me. I think it's pretty unusual for me to get that many normals in a row. But as you can see, it's now telling me to go back to Marine Plaza. Now, it wants me to go this super long way, and I don't want to go that way. And it's going to tell me I'm going the wrong way. But I know where I'm going, and I know how to get there pretty fast. So, this here's the key. I am now going to Marine Plaza. I have $9,000. I have $9,050 and I think 83 cents. Okay. So, my goal here is to make $10,000. Okay. And I've been known to do it. I can do it. And I will do it in this video. So I have about 50 seconds left. So knowing shortcuts and things and easy ways to do this, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to try to pick up some really quick things. And I'm going to try to get as many speedies as possible. So I'm at $9,808.65. This dude wants to go to the police station. Now, the quick way is to just jump over this dividing wall. Do not drive around. You don't have to go through all that. Just jump over the dividing wall. You get a speedy. And bam, $10,000 limit reached. So I'm going to attempt to pick up this one dude, and I'm going to screw this up horribly because he wants to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I'm going to screw this up, but yeah, it's not hard to do this, and I was trying to get a little extra past the 10,000 mark because my records are not going to be that good. But I mean, my records are pretty much, I've gotten past 10,000. I've gotten about 12 or 13,000. So that was a crazy thing. I hit the wall and bounced into the water, and then my time was up. So alright, so my result is I picked up 16 customers. I made a total of $10,004.08. And I got an awesome license. So, that concludes my playthrough of Crazy Taxi. Hopefully you guys, saw this and you can get a sense for how to do this and how to make it work, and, how playing is how, if you play in the work for 10 minutes mode, I found that it's super easy to help you when you want to learn the layouts of the maps and how it relates to learning the game in general, so that when you go to play in arcade mode, you are doing really well and you know what you're doing by that point. It does not hurt to practice in the work for 10 minutes mode. I mean, you can't go wrong. I also sometimes like to play very quick games, and I'll play 5 minutes. So I hope this has given you some insight into how I play Crazy Taxi and how I've reached that 37,000 mark. Because I think my best mark is $37,054 and some change, 16 cents or something. And I was playing under arcade rules. So I hope that's given some insight into how I play a little bit, and how I've managed to make that mark and be really good at Crazy Taxi. Apparently, I'm actually really good at the original mode. I'm not all that great at arcade. I can do it, and I've gotten, I think, a crazy license in arcade, but I don't remember right off the top of my head. Probably just an awesome license, but I'm actually pretty good at original, so I hope that's helped. And so watch our rest of our videos this quarter for Crazy Taxi. We will have maps also, so you can study maps and figure out where to go if you haven't already mastered Crazy Taxi after 12 years. But here's hoping. So I hope this was some help, and I hope to see you again later. Come back and watch our videos, and thank you for watching.